Hello, 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 and welcome to the stock market neophytes. So we're getting to be out of the neophyte. I think we're actually stock market better than neophytes or something. So, but that. Hold
Oh,
on, before you tell me, I'm going to do this. We're putting the banner up. See, we got the banner up. So if you want to come at
nice.
us, you don't even
That's
know where we
nice.
live.
What does that banner say?
It says,
No,
"No way is this perceived to be
as
financial advice. We are just here, two guys
or
talking."
stock picks
You know,
or buying stocks, selling stocks. Yeah, right.
Yep. We started talking about 4 years ago or five maybe about I would come and we'd talk stocks. So this is a secret. I didn't know Gary had a secret life. So as a builder, he would go do his building, but in the daytime he was a day trader and he would be trading these stocks. And so I started getting into the market. We started talking and we started finding out that hey, we need to converse. We need to talk about this. And he gave me some advice. It's been about 4 years ago about Mark Forge, which we're going to talk about here. And he's enjoyed watching the roller coaster ride that I've been on, and which came to a pretty good conclusion this last week, which we're going to talk about. So we decided, heck, we talk about this. We might as well just do a show on Friday to sum up the week. So here we are. We're here to sum this show up, and we got some information for you. And we've been on for about a year now, a little over a year. Changed the format up. And now we're picking exact numbers, and I've been looking at a couple of these. It's going to be fun today. It's going to be fun because a lot of stuff happened this week. A lot of stuff happened. But this is my good friend Gary Slim Trader, and I'm Johnny the Prophet today. So I think I spelled prophet right.
Johnny the Prophet.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So
Wow.
I try to
Is
change
that
my
Profit?
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's what it should be. I didn't even know if that's the right spelling or not. I was in a big hurry, so I'm going to play golf today after the show. So as soon as I get done, I'm out of here. But anyway, so it's been fun. It's been fun doing this show, and we've done okay and all this. And Gary, I got a really cool thing I want to show you. I watched on the internet this deal. You're probably thinking, what in the world is this? It's a folded up piece of paper, and I want to show you this later, but we're not going to show our viewers. I just want to tease them about what that paper means. But you'll get a kick out of this. This is really cool. This is really cool. Some old dude showed it to me. So anyway, that's just to sort of mess you up today and get your mind off of the market because it's been crazy. So let's go.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to pay attention. I just got out of a trade and
did you make any money?
Just $90.
Hey, yeah, well, that's a round of golf in Florida.
Right. Yeah, it was at 140, and it started kind of going back up, trying to wiggle me out, so I just closed it out.
Well, let's go ahead.
Where are you playing golf today?
I'm playing with Wilson. We're going to play down at Foxcliff. I'm going to catch the back nine because they're starting golf around now, and I'm getting my new clubs. I got some new clubs. I got those Pings Blue Dots. They're nice, Gary. They're in good shape, all complete set. Getting them re-gripped today. I got me one of those spider putters for $100.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. All on the eBay. Got them all on the eBay. Getting that thing re-gripped. I got a new golf bag. Come on. I'm going to look like Johnny Nicholas out there. Or Jack
You're getting
Nicholas.
Serious.
Yeah,
after 40 years of golf, it sounds like you're getting serious.
Yeah, you guys better watch out. You're getting, it's coming. I'm going to play some more this year. It's going to be spectacular. It's going to be like the stock market for me this year. It's going to be great. At least
me and your buddy Terry played last Saturday, and Owen and some other guy. Darn, who was it?
Was Owen and him?
It was Vlad. Terry's friend.
Vlad. Okay, Vlad. He's not a bad golfer.
I shot 37 on the front nine, one over par.
Well, you're chuckling like your stock went tanked on the back nine.
Oh yeah, I should have sold. I should have quit after 9 because I shot like a 49 or 52 on the back nine. So
that's what I just noticed. That hold on, I got to switch my background to the right one here. So that's my other show. There we go. Let's do that. Okay, yeah, there you go. Come on. What kind of prep did you do for this show? But so we're gonna have some fun. We're gonna have some fun this year doing some stuff. But so what do you got up here? Let's go ahead and get to the Johnny 5. See if you can dethrone me on the Johnny 5. I want to see if you can actually get me gone on this because whoever wins gets to name our five, you know, you got the Dow Jones and you got the NASDAQ and all that. Well, this is the Johnny or the Gary 5 picks. And oh, wait, I think Save went bankrupt. Let's start with them. Pull up Save and see if you can.
I know we could, you know, I didn't investigate that because it's just not showing up. It's not showing up at all. Well, it is still 46 cents.
It's bankrupt. It's done. I saw a thing on it that it was bankrupt.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, go ahead and just put Save in too. Take off the Q. Because there is a Save that you can pull up. And it's bankrupt too. so I don't know what that means. I'm glad I don't have any of them. I think I had one share. I had one share of it. So I got notification that your sharing, no, it's no good anymore. It's done.
They're not even, but they're still flying, right?
Well, yeah, I saw one the other day. It didn't just drop out of the sky. That's a bad problem if you go bankrupt when you're in mid-flight. Does that just mean that they just land in the next cornfield?
Yeah, well, all of a sudden, all the airports cut them off. Yeah.
So what are we gonna? I'll tell you what. Let's switch Save for ODFL, the Old Dominion Freightliners. That's a transportation one. So Save, you've bit the dust. We've
ODFL.
It's gone. So our next week is going to be ODFL.
This hasn't changed much. Let's run a 20-day chart on this. This is a logistics freight company, right?
Yeah, it's located right up the road from me here. I mean, one of their big places. So I can keep an eye on how many of their little trailers are out. So I go by there. If the lot's full, they're sucking. If it's empty, they're doing well. And I'll tell you right now,
1 year they've had a high of 233 and a low of 157.67, which they just hit within the last 20 days.
And this is not financial advice, but that's a good one to probably invest in because it's a solid market. It's a solid company, and they are projected to be around 200. So take that for what it's worth. I mean, you know how these people project things.
Right.
But it's it's a $160 stock. It's not gonna go bankrupt like Save. So you're safe in that regard. So let's switch that one out with Save and do that. So let's go to the other one. It's gold. Let's go to gold. Your buddy, your friend, your pal, gold. You love it. You love it. You probably got a gold toilet.
Do you have any inclination what gold's doing?
I haven't. I didn't even know the symbol to pull it up to even check it during the week. So I am flying blind on this golden toilet that you have. It's probably 30 something.
Okay, are you ready? Are you ready?
I'm ready. Well, let me precursor this.
There it is.
Holy crap.
Yeah, right.
31,173. I knew it was high because AGI, that stock is soaring. That stock, I wish I would have bought a bunch of those. I have one share of it, and I've made $12 on it. It's gone up $12 in the year that I've owned it. It's like, so I knew gold was good, and silver's high too, because Silvo is way up there too.
Oh,
so
I know.
I had it.
It hit yesterday.
Wow,
no, that's today.
You're killing me. You got me by
what I say was
250. You said 32.
32.
And I thought that was bold, and I'm at 80, 72. So you got 250. So you're 250 up already. $250 out of the gate.
You get that goat is getting warmed up. You're going to be riding a goat.
I got the goat saddle out. I'm ready to ride it. so okay. The next one I may get you a little bit though. Donald J. Trump. I looked at it yesterday and I was darn close on it.
Well,
DJT, come on, did it go down?
We didn't do a show last Friday, did we?
Oh yeah, this is 2 weeks ago, folks. This is 2 weeks. So man,
no, you're not going to get me.
Oh my gosh, it came down.
Yeah, I predicted 1970.
Oh my gosh, you are like spot on. I'm getting killed.
6 cents off. And you predicted 2020.
So you got me by another. I'm going to give you $1. 251. You're on me. Dang. Bitcoin may not be able to rescue me this week.
Wait a minute, John. Let's here's a 180-day chart. Man, this is getting down to where you want it.
Oh, on the buy?
Getting close. Not you. I'm just talking to you. I'm not talking to any watchers out there.
Yeah, I mean it generally just stays above 20, and it's usually around 30. But
I made it down to 1175 on 9/23.
Well, I bought some at $12 and sold it at like 16 or something.
Right.
I didn't have the stomach for it. I mean,
it just, when then he announced presidency and it went all the way up to 53 and it's just bled off ever since.
yeah, it's well, in his media market, he's got Truth Social. There's a bunch of stuff in there. And I think you have to pay a lot of attention to how those entities are doing because it's a conglomerate of his business. And you know how loosey goosey is. I mean, he's like Elon. He doesn't really care where the stock goes.
Man, if we'd have done the show last week, you would have been closer.
But yesterday, I was real close yesterday. What was yesterday's? Because I looked at it, go, I'm going to get Gary. I'm going to get it. Yeah, look at that.
A high of 21.13, a low of 20.23.
Yeah, and I said 2020. So yeah, I'm like, I'm going to get him. And then all of a sudden, you probably sold some for cheap just to win.
Yeah.
Okay, so save, we got nothing. Actually, I'm going to get $1 back from you because you said 52. I said 38. I'm closer to zero
right.
than you are because that's what that's worth. Zero. Like, I hate to.
I'm glad we didn't buy any save.
Oh my gosh. Well, I mean, remember that thing was down to a penny and you still lost money. So that was good. Okay, Boyle. Oh boy. Boyle is going to be something. And I looked at it a little while ago and I was closer than you on this one.
Uh-oh. Whoa.
Oh my God. You got a crystal ball going. It is like jumped way up.
I know. Look at that.
It was down around where I was. So you got three. So,
well, 2 weeks ago it was trading at $85.96.
Yeah. And we both said down.
Yeah.
But I said downer than you did.
Yeah. Well, I said 7. It's been in our range today.
Yeah. It's been in there. Like I said, it was down. And that's probably why Boyle on the other side of cold, for those that don't know it, cold is the other side of Boyle. Cold is selling short on Boyle. Basically, instead of actually selling short on Boyle, you just buy cold because it mirrors it like it's joined at the hip. So, so let's see. You get 3 more. You're up to 2 now. The only way I can win this is if Bitcoin bails me out again this week. That's the only way that it's going down. So you're at 2. You're at 254 now. You're $254 up on me. What's Bitcoin at? What's Bitcoin at?
Wait a minute. Oh, jeez. Oh dear. Okay.
Come on, who's running the board? Who's running the board?
Yeah, sorry. I'm about ready to buy it.
Bitcoin?
It's down 86 cents. Oh.
We're waiting. Oh, are you talking about cold?
Yeah, I'm just gonna buy 100 shares. Okay.
We don't want to get in front of your. I'm gonna buy some more too if it's that low. I think it's gonna go up.
What are we looking for? Gold?
We're looking for
Bitcoin.
Bitcoin. Bitco.
Where you at? Right here. Okay, 2 weeks ago, Bitcoin was at 84,490.
Oh boy! I think
and today it's $84,050. I guessed it would be at 79,850.
Yep. So you're around 5,000, 4,000, and I missed it by a bunch, by 8. So dang it, you won. You won this week. You won.
There's nothing unusual about that.
So now the next week it's the Gary 5. Dang it. I had a good run. I had 3 weeks running. So you get the next week, you get the Gary 5. So and I'm going to write them down. I got gold, the Gary 5 or gold, DJT, Donald Trump, Old Dominion Freight. And then we got Boyle and Bitcoin. So that's the Gary 5 for next week. We'll give those out in a minute. Who do you want to go to next? Do you want to go to my picks, your picks, or do you want to do our group picks? We got a couple group picks.
We'll save our group picks. Let's do your picks. So
okay, let's do them. Let's do them. That's going to be fun. I hate to say that I'm going to lose on these, but I'm probably going to lose.
Well, you talked about gold, right?
Oh, yeah.
And
man, you got me.
Yeah, I said 30.32. You picked 28.72. So that one's. Oh, wait a minute. We already done that.
AGI. Go AGI.
Oh, AGI. Yeah.
There
we go.
Yeah, that's funny. I mentioned that stock. That's how I knew.
Like a neophyte.
Yeah. On the board.
Okay, last week it was trading at $25.20. I guessed Oh, sorry. I cracked myself up. I guess
Holy cow! It's like
$26.59, and you guessed $23.57.
yeah, you got me by $3 more. Damn
I
it,
know.
Gumby.
Is that crazy?
Man, you are on fire this week or 2 weeks ago. So we got to remember it's 2 weeks ago. Then this was 3/14. This was like half a month ago. Okay, let's go to Mark Ford. You got me again on that one because I said it was going to be up or down at 242.
Right.
And then I just sold some at 442. So that one went up a little bit. Okay, I think it's
pre-market went all the way up to 479. But anyway, last couple of weeks ago, it was trading at $3.58.
No,
$2.34.
Yeah.
Sorry, I got so much going on here. I'm trying
to make some money and do a show.
Yeah, these stocks are going crazy. So I said it'd be up to $3.58.
And you were laughing when you said that. You were laughing like I'm just going to say this high number, and man, you weren't even high enough.
And it's trading now at $4.61.
So let's tell our viewers why that is. Okay, so Nano Dimensions was buying Desktop Metals and Mark Forge. They had put a target price of $5 on Mark Forge. Yeah, let's put up Nano Dimensions.
What's the symbol for Nano?
It's NNDM. NNDM. Yep, there you go. And so they lost a lawsuit. Desktop Metals was going to force them to do their deal, and they didn't want to do. There was something wrong with it, so they had this lawsuit going on for like a bunch of years. Well, then Mark Forge got involved, and they said, "Hey, you got to do our deal before you deal with Mark Forge." Well, that tanked Mark Forge's price way down because they just had bad news. They had a patent settlement that they lost. Then they were listed in this, and you know how the news is on the market; it just drops down. So, how long is this one? What is go for Nano?
Got it.
Okay, and then so they ended up having this. You can see what day they had it. What was that day? It was Tuesday. Monday or Tuesday. They had the judge said, "Guess what, Nano? You got to go through with this Desktop Metals, man." And I looked at my account on Tuesday, and Mark Forge was like, "Yeah, that one went down. Mark Forge went up." So, go ahead and pull up Mark Forge, because you can see how low it was. And I'm saying this, I'll tell you why this is a buy right here. I'll tell you why this is a buy. Now, there you go. See that?
Yeah.
The very same day they went down, they went up.
Right.
Look at that. That's crazy. So that was, let's put it this way. I put a smile on my face that day because I have a bunch of those.
And what'd you make, about 34 grand or something?
Yeah, that was not bad. And, but unfortunately about half of that was making back what I lost while it went down. Right. So, but still, it's a good feeling. It's fun to watch when they're going up. Now, today I was afraid to open my account because I don't want. I'm like, it's too good to be true. It's too good to be true. The sky is falling. But so Mark Forge is scheduled.
Look at that chart.
Oh yeah, it's like,
wow.
It's just crazy. It's crazy. And you could see when it went up that first time, and then it went, a couple times. So that big jump right there in the middle was the first time when Nano said they were going to buy them at $5. They were down that low, and Nano said, "Hey, we're going to buy these stocks back at $5." So boom, it went up like crazy. Well, you could see it just kept dribbling down. All that down line is where I never sold. And then I just hung in there till that news came out, and it was good. So this is the scenario. So this one's up there. It's going to be bought at $5. I think someday it's going to be $8 a share. I mean, I think it's going to get back to that because they do 3D printers. This is where you investigate they do 3D printers. They have some really good printers that are coming out. Nano they are the person that supplies the actual fluids that you use to make the stuff. And then Desktop Metals is another company that supplies different fluids that make up the stuff you put into these printers to make your metal parts or whatever. But Mark Forge has a on the floor 3D printer that can print a part out of metal and, really, one of a kind parts and all that. So it's valuable in that way. So these three companies together are going to have a big market share. And I think 3D printing is still at its early stages. I think it's going to be something that's going to develop. So why I would pick Nano Dimensions. So you got that up right here at $1.63. Yep. That is a buy. You're going to have to hold it. It's not going to be a day thing, but at some point they're going to have all these deals done and they're going to have a financial profit. Now, today, Mark Forge's earnings come out after hours. So, I mean, just these three companies right here have enough to have 2 shows on about how
Mark Forge comes out today.
At the end of their earnings report comes out end of business today.
Okay.
So, but this has been building up. In addition to that news, it's gone up 10 to 20 cents every day since that news of the whole dollar. It jumped $1 that one day. So it is. So that sort of tells me that these earnings aren't going to be as bad as they thought they were going to be. So they're saying right now minus 36. So if they were to come in at a -6 or a -5 or even show a profit, it would really boost their thing. And they are in a transition period right now. They transition CEOs. They've got a new product online. They're going through this stuff with Nano Dimension. There's a lot of stuff going on. And you know how the market is. If they're uncertain, they ain't buying it. So, right. So that's what so anyway, the Mark Forge, you got me on that one by,
I got you. I know.
By 16 cents. So you're $3.16 up. Let's see if Silvo can save me. No.
Yeah. Did you? It's not. Can you explain what AGI is a gold stock?
Yeah. Oh yeah, AGI. Yeah. You got me on that one. And if gold goes up, they're a gold mining company. Yeah. So every ounce of gold they get, they.
Yeah.
And they're
it
probably
follows the gold market. See that?
Yep, it does. And I'll tell you that one. I mean, I bought it at what was the low level there? Take it all the way down to what?
17, 35.
I got some at $15. That's how long I've held it. I got some at 15. Jeez. Let's see. Oh, I got one. I just bought one share because I wanted to see. I buy one share of something I want to keep track of. So
exactly. That's a good way of doing it. Like I'll pre-market. Yeah. And I might just buy 20 shares or something just to see how it reacts. I get a good feel for what the market's going to do.
I bought it at 15.43.
Yeah. Wow. Here's a year chart.
Yeah. Let me see that. Yeah, I bought it all the way at the very bottom, but I only bought one share. But I'm up $11. Woohoo! I'm not selling it. I'm going to keep it as a memento forever until I'm going to get enough money to go buy an ounce of gold at some point.
Can you imagine though? An ounce of gold is $3,100.
That's an ounce. This is what's this cup here is how many ounces? Is it like 20 ounces?
Look at that.
Let's think if that was full of gold, it'd be worth friggin', $100,000.
There's gold in a year. Man.
Well, you quit selling short on it. That'll cure you of that.
Oh yeah, I haven't shorted it yet, but
that's making me have a headache.
I've raised my price $3,500. I might throw the first short at it.
Yeah, you cannot get away. Your gold to you is like my Mark Forge. I can't look away from that thing. I've sold some of it out because I'm just like you just get gun shy after you wait for 6-8 months on something, which Mark Forge could have easily been Save Airlines. I mean, it was, but you got to, you look at the research as much as you can do and figure if it works out. Okay,
well,
so
they're
then
a good company. I mean, they're down here in Florida doing 3D exterior homes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think it's the new .com or anything like that, but it's been a steadily growing industry. We have so many things that have parts. Mark Forge does space. It does space stuff. It makes stuff for NASA, and they make all sorts of parts. And maybe that's why the rockets keep blowing up. Mark Forge's parts are stuck.
No,
let's spread that rumor and then see how bad Mark Forge gets. I mean, but people do that. They want to try to manipulate the market, and then it's like insider trading of Nancy Pelosi. If the government's going to give out a big contact in Nevada, then guess what? You go buy a bunch of it, and then you just sit there.
Yeah.
And do all that. Okay, so anyway, we have Silvo. Pull up Silvo. Now this is the they buy the what do they call that? The margins off of silver. So and this goes with the
it hadn't changed a bit.
No, it's exactly it's 82,841. It's the same.
That's crazy. Last week it was, or a couple of weeks ago, it was $82.41. And it's $82.41 right now.
It's nothing new under the sun.
I guess it'd be, let's look at a 5-day chart to see. Well, I guess it'd be 81.20. You said 79.22.
Yeah, I was being hopeful. I was going to buy it if it got to that. Because that one pays a dividend, and it paid $1.20. It's a monthly dividend. If you want a dividend, it's not any way financial advice. If you want a good dividend stock, that's your pick right there. It's an $80 stock. You're going to make a buck and some change generally at every month. So, but right now I'm like, I got a few of them. I don't have very many of them. But if I was just wanting to be in the market on a stock that's decent, and you watch the silver, so take the O off, put SLV on there. That's the silver market that they're buying the margins on. So when it goes up, this one goes up. Yep. See, it goes right with it. And that thing was down to, a few weeks ago, it was down in the 26s, 28s. And is it down today? The silver market's down.
Oh, gold hit a high and it did sell off. Yeah.
So silver usually follows the gold.
Yeah.
So
it didn't sell off much.
Yeah. So anyway, that's so you got me on mine, Gary. You beat me on that one. So you beat me on the Gary 5. I mean, it was the Johnny 5. Now it's the Gary. Let's see if I can come back and teach you a lesson on yours.
All right. Let's see.
It doesn't look good though.
Ooh. Okay. Arby.
Yep. Arby. What do you got?
Good old Arby is a robotic company. Oh dear. And it was trading at 119. I thought it'd be around 131, and it's not. It's at 111. $1.11.
I got you by 7 cents.
Yeah.
All right. Well, there's one down. Let's see if we go to the next one. Planner. You're gonna get cooked on Planner too, because I saw it was almost at 100.
Last week it was $85.75. Man, it's down $5 right now, and I
know it was like I was almost right on target, but
I predicted $78.70.
It's just
Let's
about
run a 5-day chart to see if we got close. You predicted $88,
90 something. Look, it was at 93. Wow. Yeah, I got you by $2 because I'm a little high and you're a little low. I'm $4 high, and you're $6 low. So I got you. I got you $2.70. Let's come down to Pasquale's and see how that goes. But yeah, that thing's crazy right there.
It made it back up to 98. There's a year chart on it. Man.
125. Well, yeah,
it came all the way down to 75.
Yep. It was in between our shows.
Hey, but that's what they do. They go up and down.
Yeah. Well, think about it. Some of these stocks 2 weeks out are the same. It's like Silvo, same. It's crazy. Right. A lot of them are the same. Crazy.
So, this company, Donald Jr., right?
Yeah,
is on the board of directors.
He's not doing a very good job bringing the stock up.
I think it's going to be a good one sometime. Probably right now. So anyway, last week it was $2.60, $2.60. And I guessed it would be $3.20. You guessed it'd be $2.75.
Yeah, you lost. You lost yours, and you beat me, and I beat you. This is ridiculous. We're going to change the name of the show to "We Pick Losers." Just do whatever we say, folks. Do the opposite. Whatever I say. Now, if Gary says it, then I got to do it. If I say it, he's got to do it. So, that's good. All right. Well, let's go.
Well, we don't do anything we say. Just you and I.
Yeah, we do.
It's not advice. We're not telling them what to do.
No, we're not telling. We're just talking amongst ourselves here. We don't want to get sued for profits, whatever they are, whatever they might be.
Right.
So they never sue you when they make money, only when they lose. So we just got to
yeah.
be careful with that. We just tell them when. So speaking of losing, let's go to cold. And you sold yours, chicken.
Yeah,
sold
I
yours.
sold mine yesterday, and then I just bought 100 shares. So we'll see what's
Okay, so you're still in.
Yeah,
You're still in. You just sold in between.
Great. I'm down $32. Darn, I was up. There's where I bought it right there.
Holy cow, 2082. I'm buying some more. Let me get online.
Yeah. Well, boils. Let's see.
Well, it's because boil went up. Look at that.
Yeah.
Boil went up way high on us.
Yeah.
So we're getting ready to do that. Let's go ahead and do put it back up on cold, and we'll see where we're at on things. Because, well, I beat you on that one because you said 31, I said 23, and it's at 20. So there's 7 on that. 8 Ball said up. It was wrong. Let's see. Let's go ahead and pull up Old Dominion Freight because we got to get going. I got a golf game to go to.
Okay. ODLF.
Yep. Old Dominion Freightliner. Now they're getting moved into the Gary 5 because Save couldn't handle the Gary and John 5. They couldn't do it.
ODFL. Yeah. Okay.
And
we're going to do our picks now then? Let's get it.
Well, hold on. We got to do this one. What we said. Wait a second. We got a match here all of a sudden. What's it at? 166? Oh, you lost. Sorry. I'm at 168. You're at 157. Yeah, lost on the side bet. So we're pretty much even for this week. You got the Gary 5. I beat you on yours. You beat me on mine, and I won on the side picks. So there you go.
Yeah.
All right. We won't do side picks this week because we've sort of folded those into everything. No, I didn't put cold up, but Boyle's on there. So let's see. What do we have? You want to do the Gary 5 first?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. So pull up gold again. See where we're at. See how much it's changed. I'm going to guess it's still at 31 something. I figured you'd have that on speed dial as much as you love it.
It's 31.18.
31.18. We'll just call it that on the even thing. So, and we're going to skip 8 Ball today. We're skipping the 8 Ball due to time. That's all I'm going to say about that.
Okay.
Because we didn't even really look at the 8 Ball. Actually, the 8 Ball was pretty good. It probably beat us all last week, but it can't pick numbers.
So next week, I think gold is going to be around 30, 33. I think we're going to bring it down a little bit and then shoot it back up. What do you think, John?
Oh, man, I'm telling you that I was so wrong last week by 250 compared to you. I'm scared to pick.
Yeah.
I'm going to say 31 even, 3,100 even.
That's what's our next one? Good job.
Okay, Donald J. Trump. We got DJT, phone home.
DJT. Oh, this is going to be a good one.
Yeah, this one's, who can predict this one? I mean, it's 1975.
DJT is 1975 right now.
Okay, I'm going to go with 2020. I think that's what I did last. That's exactly what I did last week.
I'm going to go 1874.
That was a good year. That was 10 years after slavery ended.
Yeah, right.
1864. You remember that? Okay, our new arrival to the Gary 5, ODFL, Old Dominion Freightliner. They transfer. There's those trucks that have the 2 in the back, not one big one, but 2 little ones in the back. If you see them on the road, they're a pretty big outfit, based right out here of Indianapolis. Where are they at?
166.04.
I think that's a good stock to hold.
20-day chart. 20-day, 157.
I'm going
what do you think it's going to be?
174.92.
That's probably pretty good. You know, gas is coming down a little bit, so they're going to be happy.
Yeah, the diesel's down there. I was filling up the forklift the other day with the diesel, and like let's see, a year and a half ago, it was $6.89. Thanks, Biden. And I just filled up. I just got 369. So that's a lot of difference. That's the half of what we were paying.
I'm going to say 169.60.
Ooh, that's probably a good one. Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Ooh, this is going to be it's going to be competitive next week. I can't wait to see how it turns out. Okay, Boyle. That's a
Boyle. Oh.
If it's down in the 19s, I'm going to have to take it. We're going to have to take a commercial break so I can go buy some.
Darn, it's still cheap.
It's 112. What? Oh, 81.
Yeah, there we go. It's coming down a little bit. Boyle is 81.01.
Okay. So, man, well, the futures came out. They come out at what, 10:30 on Thursday?
Yeah.
And that screwed it up because Cold was making a comeback, and when the futures came out, that straightened some stuff out. Boyle went back
right there yesterday.
Yeah, it got some legs under it.
Yeah. I didn't know. Now, cold KOLD is just the opposite of this. So
yeah, it was, and it went just the opposite of that. It was up to like 23 something, and then it just dropped that. It's uncanny how it works, how that works. It's just like people have these algorithms set up. So I'm going to go with 78.62. 78.62. Those are some good fine numbers that I picked.
I'm gonna say 72.70.
Man, I started to go that low, but I was not that bold. I am not that bold.
April's coming in, baby.
I know it. And you know Boyle. You've been doing Boyle a lot longer than I have. So I'm a little nervous about that high number I just picked, because in this thing could go that in one day. I mean, it literally do that in a day. I mean, you could have your 72 number on Thursday, and when we do the show, it's 90. So that's how that thing is a crazy one. That's like the pinball machine of the stock market. Okay, so we got Bitcoin. I think it was around 86. What is some $86,000? That's crazy.
Oh,
something
yeah,
that
that's
was just
still
made out of thin air.
Bitcoin. That's our last big deal here. Let me see. Come on, Bitcoin. Darn, that Boyle's going up. Bitcoin is at 84,140.
Man, that's a lot. I'm going to go with.
It's down 3,000 today.
I'm going with 88, 88, 88. All 88s. 588s is my pick. Are you going to go with 7777? Are you going to go with 99.99?
Well, here's the deal. A lot of these tariffs that he's got in place are effective next week.
Oh, I wish you had told me that.
So the market's either man, it's time short another one.
Man, my whole computer just blinked. I thought it was something went silly there. that was a little bit of a moment.
I'll say 92.
Woo!
402.
All right, this is like the Price is Right. Anything under 88 is going to be a good.
I'll say.
And anything above is going to be a problem for me. So, but man, this one goes up and down a bunch, unless it's in the last 2 weeks.
Oh yeah,
it's another one. Okay, so let's do the Gary picks next.
Okay, all right. What do we want to pick? Okay, planter. We'll do planter.
You love that one. Yeah. That one's a fun one to. I mean, it's an interesting one to watch.
It's tradable.
Yes, it is, for a day or longer.
All right, we're trading at 84.83. 84.83. That sounds like one of our numbers.
Yeah, I know. They just made it up. That's how the whole thing works.
Next Friday, that's what we're talking about.
I know you're going to be surprised what I pick here, but I'm picking 88.88.
That is so neophyte.
Yeah, because
I'm going to pick I'm going to pick. Uh, man, I think it's going to. I don't know what the tariffs, man. They're going to what game they're going to play. That's what I'm trying to figure.
Yeah, you're going to figure the games.
Yeah. So what did you say? 88,
88, 4 8s. I had 5 8s, now 4 8s. And if the next one's near it, I'm going to have 3 8s. So
I'm going to say 77, 77.
oh boy, we got us an old fashioned pissing contest going here.
Yeah, I'll say.
How that's going to work. All right.
So, and then we'll keep an eye on PSQH.
That is the Donald Trump Jr. stock. He needs to get it together because they want to get up around $5 to make you holler.
It is trading at 233. Man, come on, man. This thing's how low?
No, that thing was lower than that, wasn't it?
Look at that. There's when they announced.
Yeah, they announced
Trump
him
Jr. and it got down to 2. It's
maybe they should have announced Ivanka on the board.
Yeah,
that would have been better.
How about Barron?
Barron should have been admitted to the board.
Yeah,
that thing would. I'm telling you what, it would probably get a lot of people interested in the market and all that. But man, I tell you, I wouldn't want to be Barron. I don't care who. And I know your son Owen reminds me of Barron. You know, he's tall and sort of quiet, and you know he's cool. You know, he's cool. Yeah, just good like looking. Collected and all that. But I wouldn't want to be that famous. No.
I think next week this thing could hit, $2.98. What do you think?
All right. Well, this is going to surprise you, Gary, but I'm going to go with 222.
That is surprising.
$2.22. I know that surprises you, but that's what it is. All right, you got one left in the chamber. Let's see how bad I'm going to beat you now. This thing's already setting up for you to get smoked. I can just feel it. It's like Planner's going to be like 98, and you're going to lose that one by 11. And then this one's going to be probably 222 just to, continue the gag. If I have to buy some before the show at 222, I'll do it.
Okay. My last stock will be VST. They're a nuclear company.
Oh, is that those small nuclears? Those small nuclear places, or they're like the compact. They're talking about these.
Well, they're talking about they are also AI driven.
Oh, okay.
Talking about nuclear on helping the power of the computers to handle the heat and all that.
Oh, okay.
This all talk, but this thing is shot up like crazy. It's 119.60.
119.60. Let's see, what's it been up to?
The market's been selling off. Here's a year chart on it.
Wow, what's that 200 almost?
Yeah.
And then something happened, something bad. Somebody died in the family, and it just went to hell. So it just kept dribbling down. So it's back on.
I think it'll be 124.24. What do you think?
Well, this is going to surprise you, Gary.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to pick the same numbers this time. I'm going to pick I'm picking 108.79. There you go. How you like them apples?
That's pretty good. Okay, there's my picks.
Okay, we got yours.
Yep.
And now let's go to mine. So I've got a new one that's coming on the scene here. It's JYD. And this one got on my radar. JYD. It is an Indonesian transportation, like jet, they transport things. And so this is over in Indonesia, and the lithium battery is a big thing going right now. And they specialize in and this cargo, flights. And they've got a new route between a couple cities that I can't pronounce. That is really sort of it's an exclusive route, and it's supposed to really get their profitability. And you can see it's going up. I mean, is that 42 cents?
That is 42 cents.
Man, so they are a pretty good sized cap company. Let me see if I can see where they are on their on the sheet here of where they're at on things. and they're projected to go up to as high as $15, not in pretty quick. So
that's a 3-year chart. Let me do a 5-year.
Their market capital is 659 million. You might as well call it 660 million. So they're not it's Jude Global Logistics Ltd. They're a foreign company.
They come on the market April 1st of 23. April Fool's Day.
Yeah, that's comforting, Gary.
Yeah, right.
What's your name, Jerry? I got JYD mixed up with your name. Sorry about that, Jerry.
So, well, what are you hoping it's going to be next Friday?
Next Friday, I think it's going to be 13.13.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be. I mean, this is what stock that's on the move.
13.13.
Yep, and it's at what now? Is it 694?
Yeah, I wrote down 693.
Wow, that's 693. See, it's already going up.
Look at the run that thing has had. Wow.
Yeah, just saying. They've announced some good stuff, and they're these are exclusive deals.
I'll go with I'll go with you that it might go up.
It might go up, but
I'll say 878.
Okay, I was taking a bold approach on this, so
yeah,
I'm probably a little high, but I'm thinking it might be in the 9. But I'm like 13. I was Friday the 13th. I was 13, so that's why I picked that number.
Keep an eye on it.
We'll keep on. So then I'm going to do NDM, Nano Dimensions. This one, as soon as we get off here, if this thing's down and where I think it's going to be, if it's down in the $1.50 range, I am buying it. It's still 64. That's still a good buy, though, I think. So 164.
Not a lot of volume, but anyway, it's at 164.
Yeah, they're sort of they're in timeout right now because of all this stuff.
That's a yearly low right there at 162.
I know. Well, and it's because of the news. They're forced to. They're going to be cash strapped to get these deals done. So they're going to be at the mercy of the creditors for a while.
Now, what do they do? What does Nano?
They supply the technology and the materials for 3D printing. So Mark Forge is the equipment. Nano Dimensions is a fluid provider, and then also Desktop Metals. They have technology in the same genre as Nano Dimensions. So they all together they sort of do the same thing, and they were talking about they don't all overlap. Now there's going to be some, consolidation. So they're going to go through a period of no profits, working all this stuff out. But when they get on the other side of that, I really think this is a company that's going to have, it's like anything. If they do what they say and it happens like it does, if we could look into the future, let's ask the 8-ball we'll ask the 8-ball these important questions about, is Nano Dimensions going to make it or break it? And let's see.
Please ask.
Without a doubt, it's going to make it. So, hey, we have confirmation by the 8-ball that Nano Dimensions on the right. And I don't, you as an outsider, you're just looking at what you can read and all that stuff and how sometimes they spin these things to be better than they are. The forward-looking statement, which they should say, how can we lie to make this sound better than it is? But that doesn't sound good. So they say forward-looking statement. Yeah. So it's like anything, but it's it's $1.64. Buy 1,000 of them. You're going to hold it for whatever, and I think it's going to go up. I think it's going to go up a lot. It's not going to go up.
There went a trade or a volume of 41,000 right there just now at 164. Yeah, that's a pretty big block.
Yeah, well, they're getting ready to get one of about 30,000 here when I get off the show.
I think it's going to go to 158 by next Friday.
I don't think it's going up. 158 for Gary. And some of this news is going to wear off. And I don't know how much the tariffs hurt or don't hurt this, because this is not a company in USA. So the tariffs could hurt it as well. I mean, it could just get bad news after bad news. But I think this is something that you're going to hold. You're not going to day trade this thing. There's no volume to it. There's none of that. So I'm going to go with this is going to surprise you. 111.
111?
111. I'm thinking it could get down there. I don't know.
It gets down to 111. I'm all in.
I want to change mine. I want to change it to 171. 171. Put that middle one at 7. So I think it's going to probably go up. I don't know.
171. Got it. What's the next one?
Desktop Metals, DM. Let's look at Desktop Metals since it's sort of it's
DM.
in the DM. This is the one they won the suit against. Now check out that chart there. Now look at this chart.
Whoa.
It's the exact opposite.
Yeah.
So their deal, I believe, was $5 a stock as well. I don't know what that. I don't have anything, in there, but that's why it's trading that high because they're getting ready to buy them. And I think the judge said they had 48 hours, or they have to complete this deal ASAP. So they're sort of their hand is forced. So if you were a Desktop Metal holder and you had that stock, you were good. So they're at 491.
491.
Okay, I'm going to predict 520.
520.
Yeah, because I think they're going to get their deal done.
So is this the deal when it jumped right here?
Well, that's when the court said you have to follow through with the deal.
All right.
Because Nano
like
was
Mark
trying
Ford.
to get out of it.
Yeah.
And the court said it was in Delaware because a lot of these corporations are in Delaware because that's the easy place to get your corporation. That judge, and I can't remember what they called him. It was a weird name because Delaware is a very old state. So
what price do you give it? 520?
I gave it 520.
All right. I'm going to give it man.
I'm throwing you a curveball on this one. You don't know
that's
nothing
a year.
about.
That's a year. No.
Yeah, it used to be
been
decent.
above 520 in a long time.
I know it. Well, but it's not had this news.
Right.
See, they've been fighting. See that big, what's that, a year chart? They've been fighting Nano for like 3 years over this or something, trying to get this deal done. And then Mark Forge comes in as the Johnny come lately, and Desktop Metal gets mad because, hey, you're talking to some other girl when I'm your girlfriend, and you know how that goes.
Oh, dear.
Somebody ends up in court.
I'll say 518.
518.
I'll go with you.
Oh, you got to 2 cent me on this one. I see what you got. I see what you got planned there.
I'm coming right underneath you, man.
Yeah, right. Okay. It's like Price is Right. $1. I bet $1. I bet $1. But okay,
what else you got? Anything else?
I got my 3. That's my 3.
All right.
And then we end up moving Old Dominion over, and Cold is we didn't do Cold. Let's do Cold on the side.
Yeah, Cold on the side. I'll put it on your sheet, but we're gonna do it right here. Let's see what we got. We need that to come down.
We need that. Well, we need Cold to go up. Yeah, that's. Remember, buy low, sell high. Don't get it backwards.
Yeah. All right, Cold is trading at $20.62.
20.62. 23.
23.
I like those 23. Even numbers this week. I'd call me Johnny Even Steven.
Man, I'm with you there.
That's all right. We can be, the closer the better.
I'll say, and I don't know what the tariffs are doing with this stuff. But it ought to be around 24.70.
24.70?
Yeah.
I think so too. Well, think about it. This is gas in the USA. So I don't think we buy anything from China. I don't buy any natural gas from maybe Canada. Yeah, Canada's got some, but that's already in effect. And Mexico, all they send is burritos for their gas. So they're not, well, I don't know. That could be natural.
And we're not drilling in the Gulf of America.
Yeah. Yeah. That's, we don't want that to go down. All right. So we got all the picks. We got them all. We don't really have anybody riding a goat this week because I got 2 and you got 2.
Right.
So, it's very, but it has been a wild couple weeks. I mean, it really has been a wild couple weeks.
Well, right now the market, NASDAQ's down 474 points.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I'm still not losing money on my stocks. That's crazy. Yeah. But honestly, the stocks that I have, they do not. The market really doesn't seem to bother them, other than just the fact that it went down some. They don't catch a lot of gains, but
Right.
I've today the market's down. I lost 330 out of all my stuff here.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's not too bad. Actually, overall, I'm out 661 down.
I did want to show you that. I don't know if you'll remember this, but back in the day, I told you about Northern Dynasty.
Oh yeah, man, that was a while ago.
Yeah, I think let's run a year chart on
Is this
but
NAC?
Here's the story on this. They're a mineral
Right.
company. Right?
Aren't they in North Dakota or somewhere?
Could be, but the point is, I said if Trump gets in, this is before Trump, announced presidency. I said if he gets in, then he'll, really help this company out. So look at the year chart on this.
Oh wow.
Yeah, 27 cents.
Yeah, I remember you talking about this.
Yeah, that's where
we
it was
talked
at when
about
I was
this like 3 or 4 years ago. I mean, it's been a minute. And
Yeah.
I think I bought a few of it, but it was put up a 3-year chart.
Yeah, still, it just hovered right in there.
Yeah, well, see, I bought it at that highest point back then. And then I'm like, Gary, this is a great pick.
Oh, yeah. 40.
But now look at it. It's like, anytime you buy a 21-cent stock, it goes up $1. You usually have a bunch of them, and it adds up quick. But there's a lot of risk in these cheaper stocks. If you want to, you want a stock that's just going to grow, a Silvo, Old Dominion Freightliner is going to grow some. IBM is, when you buy it low, it's got a lot of movement in it. Heck, buy Tesla. I think you buy Tesla right now. It's low. Pull up Tesla real quick. We got a couple minutes left here. 2 minutes.
Tesla,
look how low it is.
263.
Yeah, and I think it's going to stick around there for a minute until people quit keying them and blowing them up.
Yeah.
I can't. Who in their right mind wants to destroy somebody's property? It's beyond me.
Well, I think the key there was their right mind. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. There you go. We'll just leave it at that. We don't want to irritate our only one viewer. They might be a Kia
they might
person that keys a Tesla.
Yeah.
I saw a Tesla that I was driving, and it said on the back, how the Tesla signs like this? Mm-hmm. Well, it had resist, and the T in resist was the T. Tesla. I'm like, they probably put that on there to keep it from getting burned or torched or keyed, because it's we don't want to punish one of ours.
Well, that sounds like some of the the ups and downs of life, man. You go out 3 months ago and 4 months ago, and you buy your first Tesla, and you're just happy as heck. And then this comes along, and you're like, oh crap.
Well, yeah, I was thinking about buying one because I got the charging station.
Yeah, right.
And they're nice cars. It take me 4 years to learn how to drive the damn thing, but I'd be willing to try it. But we'll see if the price comes down a little bit. But I got the Ford Escape hybrid that runs on about 30 or 35 miles electric, which is great for here because some days I don't even have to use I just use the battery. Plug it in. It's very cheap to plug in the garage here. But I wouldn't want to have to rely on a cross-country trip trying to find a charging. I mean, to me, that's a hassle I don't need.
Well, that's the other thing they're doing, according to the news. They're blowing up the charging stations for the Teslas and stuff.
So I built some.
Vandalizing.
I did the masonry work for the charging station of one of the local car dealers here. We had to build a screen wall around the transformer because they had to have their own. Basically, you're setting up your own power source. And I'm like, there's like 3 of these charging stations at the dealer. So, I mean, it's pretty cool. They spent a few dollars putting them in, and they burn them down in 20 seconds. It took us 2 months to build these things. And they burn them down. It's counterproductive. Our country's gone cuckoo in some of those regards. So anyway, well, it's time. It's time to go. We
enjoy it. Hey, have a good golf game. Let me know what you shoot.
Yeah, it would probably be me. Oh, that's what I get done. But nobody had to ride the goat. Been a good show. So let's just finish it up, and we'll see you next week right here on Stock Market Neophytes. I'm Johnny the Prophet this week, and my co-host Gary Slim Trader. What we say here is you buy low
and you sell high.
Giddy up.
Right.
So you're new to the market and you're watching these market shows and talking to some of your friends, and maybe you listen to one of them and they say, hey, I got this great stock tip for you. Just get on board here and we'll ride this thing together. I'll show you how to do it, and I'll teach you a few things. And you're like, okay, come on and get on. And then you get on there, and then all of a sudden the market starts going. You invest this money, the market starts going, and it's going, and you're like, I don't know, I'm feeling a little bit shaky about this deal here, and then the market starts going up and down, and you're like, hey, and then all of a sudden the earnings come out, and it's like, oh, your friend says, oh well, sorry about that. I really thought it was a good deal. I just I'll talk to you later. And then you're sitting there holding on to the horns.